Um, Welcome everyone. No one's here yet. We've just begun, so a lot of people probably haven't seen us go live just of yet. Uh, yeah, so let's get into this. It's always sad when this happens, but you can't say the writing's on the wall. Don't say 6ix9ine is next, but we'll get to that. And this is the problems and the issues that we had and hip hop with social media and the things of this nature. He was 20 years old. This guy definitely suffered from all kind of mental issues. And because of that, they antagonize or cause real street issue problems with people that they should not have been engaged with. Shouts out to Leeds. What's up? I see you. And on the course of these actions, there's always a reaction. Death always puts life into perspective because you look at this guy who had a $6 million record deal, a $6 million record deal at like what, 18 years of age. He died at 20, dead at 20 years of age. And you look at the situation as this is a troubled child. This guy had so many felony accounts from violence, fighting with other people, getting jumped on, riding with his crew, his girlfriend. Uh, there's a lot of different situations where people just want to hurt you. And at 20 years of age, what could this dude guy have possibly done to the person that shot? What could this person possibly done to make you want to take his life? Because I guarantee you that guy did not take a life. But this is for the rest of the future out there. There's a video going on about his message and everything else. I've seen that. There's another rapper right now who just got shot in the face. Some Jimmy Wapo, he just got shot in the face, and he's in critical condition or something. Out in Pittsburgh, named Jimmy Woo or Wapo. I don't know who he is, but this is what I'm trying to tell you. All these people who are disturbed, all these people who are in a bad space mentally, I don't think it's a good idea. I don't think it's a good idea to give record contracts to people of $6 million who are not capable of doing harm to themselves. I think by them continuously giving this guy money, giving him platforms to continually go out and do these things, he's picking up felony charges and this. And where was his record company to say, hey, man, you're giving us a bad look right now? It's traumatizing to me that they allowed this to continuously go on. The man was shot in Florida, and it's a tragic situation, man. He was shot inside his car, and he was found with no pulse. He was comatose, and it's just a sad way for him to go out because it was no need for him to go out that way. You know. Excuse me. No, it's the times that we're living in. That's why we gotta say we gotta wait till social media wake up and people gotta start saying, hey, we gotta stop promoting the foolery that goes on with social media. All I know is he was shot in Florida. He was shot in a car. It doesn't matter about social media. It does matter about social media. Social media is pretty much responsible for a lot of this. Now you got to go back and look at people like DJ Academics, his promotion of this. He was feeding off this thing to keep this guy relevant and doing all these interviews at that time. DJ Academics was partially just like the record company who kept putting on these shows, was help promoting the platform and pushing him around. Now, this didn't I tell you this was going to happen eventually? We were all looking at 69, and this is what my song was trying to tell you about. This is what Nipsey Hussle was trying to tell you about. This is what all these guys, the bad Barbies, the little Tays, all this. Man, I pull up right now. No, 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 no. When real people hear stuff like this, they just pull up. Talking about leave academics out of this. He promotes rap music. He don't promote killing. Chris R, where have you been? Have you seen the war on Chirac? What was that about? Was that music? Tell me how much music of 6ix9ine has he been promoting? Was that music he was promoting when he was talking about 6ix9ine is in the bed with his girl and all this stuff? Was that music? Was that music he was talking about at the Super Bowl party where 6ix9ine them was reportedly shooting at somebody and they got the camera there and he's putting up the film saying they jumped this guy in the club? Was that music? People could have died. And that's what we tried to tell people over and over again. And people like you who support that, Chris, that wasn't music. That was foolery. And that's the type of thing that we were talking about. But you guys are attracted to that energy. So because you're attracted to that energy, they're going to do it more and more. And these are the type of things we talk about with pushing the button to say, hey, we got to stop this stuff. And this is why I keep trying to tell you it's not a good idea for people like Teriyaki Snitch 9 to run around doing the things that he's doing. He's putting himself in a position where people, even let's say he stopped doing it, people around him or people who remember the stuff he used to talk will want to harm him. And people like DJ Academics, who puts him on a platform, a major internet platform on social media, and sends it all around the world. Now people who hear him talk this way in North Carolina, somebody hear him in California, somebody hears him in Florida, someone hears him in all these different locations. They may come and try to hurt this kid. Stop saying the kid brought it on himself, man. Don't you gotta understand something. Don't ever tell you a 20-year-old kid brought it on himself and he didn't did anything. That wasn't that's an old that's not a new post what you're talking about. That wasn't his last post before he died. That stream that you seen, that's an old one. Somebody just reposted it. I know what you're saying. Extension left a message to his fans before. He always talked about his passing, his death, what would happen in all of these situations. But that video you're seeing is not him. I mean, it's him, but it's not from today. That video was that's an old video. But you know what? He's all over the world now that he's dead. People that would never cover him in his music in life covered him now because he's dead. No, it brings a light to social media, and I'm glad you guys are all here. And you guys who are fans of social media and fans of him and fans of everybody else, you guys have a responsibility now. Okay? You got to stop following all of this gang fighting. Yo, I'm gonna beat this guy up, or I'm gonna smash him with a bat, and this guy want to bring it to his crew and my gang and his gang. You got to stop falling for that. It's time to wake up now. Somebody's gone, and we told you this in videos. We said it's gonna take something like this. Unfortunately, somebody's gonna have to lose their life in order for this to happen. We got to stop. In social media, you guys are what the guys that's on social media, you guys support it. You got to let these guys like DJ Academics know, look, I'm not going for this no more. If you're not gonna give me substance, I'm not going for you promoting this gang, finna jump this gang, and yo, we finna bang on them, we gonna ride down on them in Cali. All that crap has got to stop. And we've been telling you this on social media. Nipsey Hussle and told you. My son and told you. I have told you. Other countless rappers have told you. Please, let's just stop because someone's going to get killed. Jenny Wopo, yeah, he was shot in his face, and I believe in Pennsylvania or something. This is a this is a growing epidemic when it comes to promoting the wrong things in social media. People say, "Oh, you do beef videos all the time." My beef videos are pretty much detailing what happened during a beef. And the majority of my videos, I don't glorify anything in there. Mostly when I do beef videos, it's about music. They had a rap beef. There's a difference. from me talking about, oh, now they finna run down on him. They finna run down him on this guy. It's a difference. And if you can't tell the difference from what I do and what someone else do, then you don't know me. You're not subscribed. Um, Extension, he was a young man, a very troubled young man who seems like he suffered from depression or he needed to be on medication. He probably was on medication. He faced countless, countless, countless different counts of like assault charges. I think he had like 12 assault charges. And instead of giving him help, they gave him money. So this is the message you guys thought
Worst thing comes to worst,
he
I
did
fucking
before he
die a
died.
tragic death or some shit, and I'm not able to see out my dreams. I at least want to know that the kids perceived my message and were able to make something of themselves and able to take my message and use it and turn it into something positive to at least have a good life. I at least, if I'm gonna die or ever be a sacrifice, I want to make sure that my life made at least 5 million kids happy, or they found some sort of answers or resolve in my life, regardless of the negative around my name, regardless. Worst thing comes to worst, I fucking die a tragic death or some shit, and I'm not able to see out my dreams. I at least want to know that the kids perceived my message and were able to make something of themselves and able to take my message and use it and turn it into something positive to at least have a good life. I at least, if I'm gonna die or ever be a sacrifice, I want to make sure that my life made at least 5 million kids happy, or they found some sort of answers or resolve in my life, regardless of the negative around my name, regardless.
So that's not from today. That's an older one, but still, he always preached that. I know social media has to stop and crack down on a lot of this what y'all call trolling. Oh, we just trolling. The outside world, not everybody's on the internet. They don't know what trolling is. Like I told you, that guy who just got out of prison, he don't know about no internet. He don't know about no Twitter. He just know because somebody gonna tell him what you didn't say, and you disrespecting what this dude then went through. So when you got 6ix9ine going to Chicago, going on the streets of Chicago, trying to perpetuate some violence, he on the street. Yeah, well, I'm on block. What's up? Where y'all at? I don't see nobody out here. Trying to get people revved up to do something to you. That's dumb. And then you got people like DJ Academics going around here promoting that and pushing that on his page. And I said, what happens if this guy gets killed? Then what, DJ Academics? This is on you too, because you helped that happen. You gave a platform for this guy to be harmed because you lack morals. You want hits. Oh, of course it is. All of it's linked to him because This guy created a platform to help promote extension to the rest of the world when he was out here wilding and talking about how he'll do this to somebody and anybody come get him, he don't care, he'll do this and that. You helped promoted that. A lot of us stayed away from that stuff. We stayed away from the extensions and the 6 9s and the little Tays. How many little Tay videos do you see me make? How many videos of little Tay do you see of me? None. Exactly. So there was no reason for me to expose little Tay. I was not making little Tay videos. I wasn't doing little Tay versus bad Barbie or bad body or whatever. I wasn't doing 50 videos on them. And see, this is the only way he can get publicity. This is the only way he can get. This is the only way he can get. Let me see. I wouldn't say it that way. This is the only way he can get on mainstream media. I'll put it that way. Mainstream. It's terrible that it's the industry. I have a hard time believing it's the industry. The industry is what I mean. The things, the tools to destroy yourself. Oh, that's perfect. There's nothing a record company wants more than your demise. Because with your demise comes more revenue. Then they go and find the next guy on the streets that's just as reckless. So there's no surprise for me. Yeah, DJ Act is crying because he knows he's partially responsible. So if he's crying, he better cry and show some tears. I don't think there's anything that young man did that I don't think he killed anybody. or did anything that deserves him to die or deserve his death. His fan base includes a different demographic. Do you understand? He had mostly the young kids, but it was the wrong type of influence, the wrong kind of influence. The wrong influence meaning that the most of the kids that, like, if you've seen one of his concerts, the guy would fall from the rafters and jump into a crowd of people. That could hurt people. The music he did was very damaging. It was very dark. It was very, so he reached a whole different demographic of people who are mentally sick, burnouts, guys who are on drugs, those type of people, suicidal type of children. And there are a lot of those. The goth people, they liked him. And he wasn't pretending to be anything. That's where he was mentally because he suffered from this mental infliction to where he was depressed more than he was happy. So when you say he had the kind of following Tupac had, it's a whole different demographic, whole entirely different. Believe me, there are tons of people who never knew who this kid was. Like I'm saying, today is the only time he's on mainstream media. He's on A-list celebrity. He's on every news outlet in the world. And parents are going to be, who is this? Do you know this? And their daughter's going to be, that's XXXtentacion. I saw him on DJ Academic's page. Oh yeah, well Spotify been changed that rule. They got rid of the band like a week ago once they realized 50 Cent and other artists were gonna pull out. But this puts everything into perspective. So I want everybody here, and I appreciate everybody who came in today to find out about this kid, and hopefully his message of reaching these young kids and hopefully with is to find a way that they can deal with their demons without using violence, without seek help. And if you in these people's lives, reach out and try to help these people because these guys are really mentally out of their minds. And you got these guys like Little Perp, all these oh no, got to get rid of all of these. We got to wash this slate clean. The record companies are promoting these Post Malones, these Little Perps, Little Zans, all these guys who are coming in just like them. And this is these are the children of Little Wayne. These are the children of Little Wayne. Not, I mean, not figuratively, I mean that figuratively, not literally, but you know what I mean. They came up under him. They came up under his syrup and lean and all this. He promoted lean. Lean was something people did in Houston and it basically stayed there. Now it became a promotion till some liquor stores, the Arab stores, were starting to sell fake lean to kids. Fake lean. They had this Blizzard drink in there calling it the lean, just to try to make money, to make you think it's something cool to try, something cool to do. He died from a gunshot wound and was found comatose in his car. He had no pulse. I guess somebody saw him there and found him in his car. Uh, Apparently, a drive-by shooting. It's sad. It's very sad when someone has to lose their life like this. Hello?
Hey, what's up, Ken?
Nothing much. I'm just live right now.
Oh, I caught you in the middle of a lot.
Yep. But I'm live on the PC. I say I'm live on the PC. I'm not using the phone. Oh, okay. So you heard about what happened with the rapper Extension?
Yeah, I saw it. It was all over Twitter. Did he make it or did he pass away?
Oh, he died. He was dead on arrival, and he was pretty much gone by the time they could do anything. So yeah, he's gone.
Yeah, I saw the video that some guy was videotaping of the people around his car trying to check his pulse and all that. And he was just bumped over unconscious. But I wasn't sure whether he was dead or not.
Yeah. So yeah, I
Yeah, did they say, did they have any ideas or clues who did it or tracking them down?
they said it was somebody in hoodies in Miami. I mean, not Miami, but in Florida. But they were in a very area of Florida where that don't normally happen. They were like in Deerfield Beach.
That means somebody followed him there.
Probably. But this is what we just talked about. Remember this, Sean? I was just talking about this because last week, when remember 6ix9ine came to Chicago, we were just talking about that, and I did it on the live, and I'm like, what's gonna happen because DJ Academics and all these guys that's promoting 6ix9ine when he's going out doing violence or trying to get people to do violence or acts on him. That don't have anything to do with music. Why are you doing that? Why are you promoting that? And yet and still, academics still promoting him because it's getting them hits. And you don't want to. And I said it's gonna take somebody to die. And I was like, once somebody died, then that's when everybody's gonna start. And they're gonna be, oh, we gotta watch what we're doing on we gotta watch what we're doing here.
Yeah, so now his whole he gonna fuck the live stream tonight or good video. What's up, your academic? Man, this is a bad day. I'm like, man, you don't want to help him promote it. How much a bad day?
Yeah, somebody said he was crying on the live already or something. He went live and started crying or something. Academic.
Oh my god. Nobody's falling for that. You don't want to help promote it, and now what's happening? Tell you like, oh, this is real.
Yeah. And that's the sad part about it because it's all this stuff you promote and they put it on social media. They stop giving contracts. This guy was mentally ill, Sean. He had about 12 assault charges. He was always talked about mental depression and always being depressed, extension. And I'm like, what he could have done to make somebody want to take his life.
Right.
Like nothing he's done. This guy hasn't killed anybody. Why are they trying to trying to kill him because he's been seen on a platform by DJ Academics, promoted by him, all the violence, all this stuff about San Diego and all these things here. So
yeah. And that's the thing, Academics, he ain't gonna take no fault for it. He gonna act like it wasn't his fault.
no, gonna keep moving along, and then the next one he got 6ix9ine. Unfortunately, I pray nothing happened to him. But if something happens to 6ix9ine anywhere, who the person that you should blame for this, or who promoting all this? Where did they see 6ix9ine the most at? DJ Academics, right? Why was he promoting that, knowing it was gonna lead to nothing but violence? Who promoted it? All academics gonna say I wasn't the only one, but you're the main platform. You supposed to set a precedence to say, hey, look, I can't do that, bro. I'll promote your music, but I'm not gonna promote you doing violence or you jumping people on stage and all this stuff. I can't do that.
Yeah, hold on one second. Hold on.
Rod Wells, if you don't understand, let people in the comment section tell you, Rod Well, since you don't seem to understand, how could this be his fault? Let people in the comment section, they seem to understand what I'm talking about.
What's going on in the comment section?
No, this one guy, like, I don't see how this could be his fault.
You don't see how it can be his fault. Hey, I didn't even know who this guy was until I just seen Academics talking about the crazy man. I'm like, well, he's just attention on dude.
Exactly. See, exactly what you just said. You didn't know nothing about him till you saw him with Academics.
Yep.
And this Jimmy Wapple guy died. He got shot in the face in Pennsylvania. You know, it's all these, this is what happens when you keep promoting nothing but negative violence.
Hey, Cam, I was looking at something earlier. I didn't get a chance to watch all of it, but I saw something. I was watching a little bit of your video. You said something about Academics is mad at some guy named Dom is live or something.
Yeah, because Dom was basically taking everything away from him. But I warned Dom Dom is live, is open to listen, where DJ Academics was not. And I talked to Dom and I said, Dom, you gotta be careful going down this road because this could happen. What just happened today? This is what could happen. So definitely when you do this, be responsible when you're covering this because you don't want to be the guy that's promoting it like DJ Academics was. The war in Chirac, he was promoting things that he had no business doing. He's promoting basically street gang violence. And that's why I don't cover things in Chicago like that. They be like, why you don't get into Chirac? Talk about this. I'm like, if you guys actually knew how many Chicago/rapper gangbangers are dead, you guys would be shocked and amazed. There's about 30 to 40 rappers dead doing this war of Chirac thing that people don't know nothing about. They was using YouTube as a platform to promote their gang stuff and their lifestyle, flashing guns, sending threats back and forth, and then next thing you know, they're shot dead in about another week. And then the person behind them or who made the video behind them talking slick about them, they were shot dead. It's so many that you would not even be able to understand that. Now, why would I go and promote something like that?
Right, and Campbell, and wasn't there some big issue? I remember you told me before about that lesbian rapper, the female, said something about Tuka or something, and
yeah, she had the Young M.A. said something because she was repeating a line that she heard from another rapper who's a slash gangbanger. And she was just trying to, use the metaphor. She didn't understand what it was. She didn't understand that was like a diss. Right, it was unintentional. So she sent the apology out, and so it could be squashed. So it was no big problem because that was just a misunderstanding. She didn't understand what she was doing. But this is why Chicago rap and things can't. It's hard for it to go somewhere, and most people got to leave and go do things because it results into more gang activity than actual. Okay, we trying to make it. That's why drill music came and was a big thing, and then it died out as quickly as it did, and then it all went pop and went everywhere else. And people had to go other places to work with people, but you become a risk for an inventor to book you. Like, who would book somebody for an event if there's a possibility they're not going to be able to perform, or there's a possibility somebody might get shot? There's a possibility of somebody being harmed or at the event, and they're going to be a lawsuits. So you're not going to make any money out of it. So why would you book these people?
Right. Just like a lot of the violence and fighting and peace and all that, I find all that stuff out. If I didn't see academic space, I wouldn't know nothing about it. Like, my crime last year, I don't even know who these rappers are. I'm looking like, who's this great little reckless? And why is he about to fight everybody?
Yeah, but you'll find out.
I learned all that from academics. I learned all that by academic stage.
Yep, here it is, and that's.
I mean, if I want to know who's beefing or who's about to fight, all I gotta do is go to academic stage.
Yeah, and it's sad because people like him makes it real hard for people to like real artists that he could be promoting, people who got songs out. They reach out to him and say, "Hey, man, I got some real music here. I want to promote that. Why don't you help me get that out?" There's no balance with him, with academics. I could see if he said, "You know what, I'm gonna do something for the." No, he's looking for all negativity because it's gonna get hits. He's not looking at the ramifications. And now when this happens, here come the ramifications. Now everybody's sorry. Now people are like, "Oh man, forgive me." It's like, forgive you.
Yeah. And then academics, he confused me. Because I'm looking at Everyday Struggle with Star was on there. And I'm like, this guy's promoting a rap album? I'm like, that's when the academics become a rapper.
I know.
I'm like,
And he's promoting.
You're a rapper? What is
That's because academics is promoting the foolery of rap. He's making, they don't even know that he's really making fun, little AK. He's really making fun of the people that's out there doing this stuff, like Little Xan and all these guys. He's mixing all these guys up using auto tune. He's doing that because it's hot. It's a gimmick. So now he's like, well, this is what's hot right now. Let me do this. That's what's hot right now. So he's actually making fun of them by putting this music out the way he was doing. He's basically clowning them and making fun.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's mocking them. And now, unfortunately, we've lost a life because of it. A life is lost due to the fact of your over promoting the violence and negativity around Extension.
Yep. And he's safe in his mom's basement or something, right? Isn't he in his mom's basement safe somewhere?
Oh, he just got a new house. He just got a new house around the corner from his old house. The complex check came through, so he got a new house.
No, okay. But didn't Joe Budden used to warn him on the show about watching his mouth, especially after Vic Mensa was gonna beat him up in the face and all that?
He never knew how real it was until he ran into Vic Mensa. He never knew how real it was. That's Vic Mensa. Vic's just, you're not going to get a warning in Chicago. They're not going to tell you. DJ Academics can't really come to this city because he don't know where it's going to come from. He don't know who's it going to be. but he can't really come here. He's created such a negative vibe for people. See, the thing is that you don't see that there's community centers. There's people trying to work on keeping the violence down. The police are not interested in trying to stop the violence. They're just there to pick up the carnage. That's what they're there for. They will sit there knowing people got beef, knowing something's going to escalate. They'll wait till it happens, then come around and investigate, lock the guy up who did it, then pick up the guy and send him to the morgue.
The cops are probably saying, thanks, you're taking them out for us. We already got to shoot them.
I mean, to them, it's just another day. It's just business. And you got some cops that are not like that. Some cops are not like that. It's they're actually part of the community. They down there actually trying to help and get things, better in the communities. Like, look, what's the problem here? Trying to help, but it's such a when your hands are tied and you're out there by yourself. All the community leaders are putting together these projects and everything else. They call the news to come out and promote for them, and nothing happens, or they get minimal promotion from the help from the mayor, Rahm Emanuel, which is his job to do, and he's not doing. So they need to find out why there's no government funding, why there's no recreational centers, why none of these things are out there for these kids to use as a platform. So to try to deter them away from getting into trouble and getting into gangs. Whenever you have no schools, you have no activity centers, no place that can nurture intelligence or anything, you have no places for them to learn. You have no recreation for them. You have no jobs. What are they going to do? They're going to go outside and find trouble. There's only thing outside is trouble. So you got your 13-year-old kid you can't control because you got to go to work, and your job is probably 3 hours away. There's almost no jobs for them in the city of Chicago. That's pathetic. I know firsthand because all the people used to come out here to where I live to work. They would take 2 trains and a bus to come all the way out here to work because there was no jobs in the city.
Wow.
So they got to spend 2.5 hours just to get to the job, then spend 2.5 hours to get back home.
Half their day is gone already.
Exactly. Meanwhile, their kid's out of school, sitting in the house. He ain't got nothing to do. Either he's playing a video game or he's outside in the streets running around with his buddies. And then the teachers, they're closing all these schools. The schools are overcrowded. It's problem, 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 problem. No solution.
Right.
And we donate money every year to the Golden Women Foundation. We donate money every year to the Olive Branch Foundation. These are the charity events that I'm mostly into. Whenever Nate gets something together, we work with Nate. Well, when he has something together, and to try to get clothes for kids during the winter time, to try to feed some of the people who was out here unemployed, who had jobs, not just people that just like I just want to be homeless, forget it. We talking about people that's really struggling to pay certain bills because they lost their jobs and had jobs and lost them. There's funds put together for that. We've done all of these things and helped out. There's other people involved too. It's not just myself, but we do a lot. I donate my clothes. I got so many clothes that I give them up, donate them all every year. 2 bags. I always find 2 bags of clothes. So I like whoever get my clothes gonna be sharp. Y'all gonna be really sharp. Y'all gonna have a fashion. I'll make sure I give y'all the whole set. I don't separate it. I make sure y'all get the whole set.
Right.
But there was no reason for that kid to die, Sean. He was 20 years old. 20 years old.
Wow. And the crazy part is, I'm looking on Twitter, I'm going to say 75% is mourning or prayer for him. and the other 25% are instant happy. I'm like, how can you be happy over a death of somebody?
Because they're very young and they don't understand. When this guy was putting out a lot of negative energy, it was promoted. So when somebody's promoting it, and I'm saying not just DJ Academics, I mean if Vlad or Complex or any of these people was promoting this negativity this guy was doing, then they're partially all have to take the blame and responsibility for some of this happening because they're seeing it pushed on social media through them. Now, if this guy was just pushing it on his own Twitter and Facebook or Instagram, that's his business. Once you start promoting that narrative, then something happens to him. You gotta look in the mirror and take some responsibility for that. Because you helped create the atmosphere in which his life was taken.
And you know the sad part is, Kev, give it 1 or 2 days from now, everybody's gonna move on like nothing happened. Like, all right, that's life. Let's move on.
Yeah, but I think social media is gonna start to realize like we got to start putting some more restrictions on this trolling thing because it's getting out of hand and it's gonna get people hurt. Because what's happening is out there is you got people trying to reenact these things just for a laugh on the Instagram. Instagram is the biggest problem ever because they're gonna run in the same wall that YouTube ran into. You know, Instagram don't run ads for some reason. I don't know how they're making their money. I guess through traffic or whatever, but they don't really run ads. So when I guess certain people get paid by Instagram to go on Instagram to do stuff, but you see people doing little funny things on there trying to video other people and make go live like, oh, let me go live and video this guy. And oh, let me do this. Or they trying to do something so they can get attention on the gram. You got girls basically selling their bodies using Instagram as an audition, as back. That's why Backpage closed down because they were like, why go on Backpage and risk getting arrested? I can go on Instagram and promote myself for free. Go in the DM and negotiate my own deal.
Right.
And I get to do all the top rappers and entertainers and basketball players. These guys go on Instagram looking for girls. Oh, I like her. Yeah, see where she at.
Right.
She said, "Oh, yeah, for her management, go right here and click here. I'll hit her up in the DM."
Yep.
And then next thing you know, here we go. We got robbery happens at a hotel. All of these things happen
Right.
because social media needs to have more, restrictions on certain things. So you wouldn't see some of this negative garbage that's being promoted now is out of control. And it's been out of control for a long time.
Right. I tell you what, Ken, let me call you back real quick. I'm gonna return something to the store. I'll call you back just a little bit.
All right.
All right, thanks.
All right, bye bye. Oh, you think I'm joking? That's exactly what's going on. Yeah, it's crazy, man, and the way we doing things right now, we gotta revisit the right way to do things. That's what they say. All money isn't good money. Why did they kill him? No one knows. But gone is gone. Hmm. Well, I know, but the next thing y'all do, y'all gonna say y'all concerned, y'all gonna say I'm outraged, but what's the next thing y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna go on DJ Academics page tomorrow and be right back on board. That's the sad thing. That's the sad part about it. Y'all outraged now, but y'all gonna go right back to the guy that been promoting and talk about what 6ix9ine and did. That's exactly what y'all gonna do. And that's sad. Of course it's part of his fault. And this is what I told you, Trisha, 1, 2, 3. Remember? You think I forgot what you said? I love it though. I love this. Remember? Now do you love it? Now you see what I was saying? This is what happens. This is what happened, Trisha. Yep, I remember what you said. And this is what I've been pleading to you over and over again. Yep, it was less than a week ago. 6ix9ine was here in Chicago and doing all that stuff. And I told you guys, this is why I'm not promoting it. This is why I'm not promoting it. Just told you less than a week ago. When he came to Chicago, this had nothing to do with music. He's in here perpetuating people to do some harm to him where he ends up dead and somebody else go to jail. But who was promoting the hell out of it? DJ Academics. Now they're gonna go on live stream and start crying. You're gonna see 6ix9ine act like he's a changed man now. And then you're gonna have Academics trying to cry his way out of it for sympathy. Nobody's gonna have any sympathy for you. You created this. You created this atmosphere. Your platform, you used your platform to promote this. And all of you guys who was running behind Snitch 9 and him doing all these dangerous games, things like, oh, it's fun. He just trolling. It's just trolling. And then what I tell you about trolling, not everybody's trolling with you. Not everybody's playing a game. People get hurt. People lose their lives. It's too much of this garbage going on in social media. And now you're seeing all this stuff resorts out in the streets. The streets has always been the streets. That haven't changed. It's only people who haven't been in it. They're the ones who keep pushing this. Andrew Wiggins, that what you said just don't make any sense. What do rappers and celebrities getting dressed by themselves have to do with anything? I don't even understand what that even means. He created a platform for this guy to be harmed. By him using his big, large internet platform of almost 2 million subscribers to promote violence and nonsense and threats that they call trolling from XXXtentacion, and he's doing it with 6ix9ine for them to promote these games. And I tried to tell him he didn't want to listen. He kept pushing these little Tays, the bad Barbies, everybody sending threats, the trippy reds, all of this stuff that they were pushing on to you. I didn't make a video on 6ix9ine until he was on the Breakfast Club. That solidified him. Has Extension ever been on the Breakfast Club? I don't know. And every time they put out that negative stuff and put out that garbage, fake stuff, I would come and make a video to say, no, I got to go against that because I got to tell the people who are running behind the brainwash, stop doing it. Okay. No, y'all need to call him out on it. If you're going to be a fan of this guy, you guys still want to support DJ Academics, you guys need to go and tell him, look, man, we expect better from you. You know, you got a big platform, use it respectfully. I don't clout chase. I don't have to do nothing for clout. If you if you don't see how somebody creating a platform can be held responsible for something to go wrong, then you don't understand life. You don't understand real situations. You might be too young. And you probably still have some growing up to do. When someone create an atmosphere in which someone's life is taken, they have to take partial responsibility for it. You help create and stir up a pot of negativity. You promoted this out to the world. Like, did you just hear what Sean said when he was on the line? He didn't even know who this guy was till he saw him on DJ Academic's page. And he saw him talking crazy about somebody, promote it on DJ Academic's page. The same way TMZ has to take responsibility if they put out a video and somebody else gets harmed or killed because of the video they put out, TMZ has to take that responsibility. The same way we go at TMZ, the same way you go at everybody else, you would have to go out at DJ Academic because he was warned. He was warned by me. He was warned by my song. He was warned by Nipsey Hussle. And it's not because people want to take your spot. Nobody's saying that. People were rooting for you, academics. We people was really like, go ahead. You know, you making it to the next level, go ahead, man. We support you. But do it with responsibility. And Joe Button, who was sitting back trying to say, oh, well, Ag just don't know what he's doing half of the time. Trust me, he don't know. and you kept defending him. I told him, let me see something. Let me see something. Everybody's been sending me messages. I appreciate it. DJ back again. There it is. Hello?
I'm back, Kev. So you still live?
Yeah, we still live. We probably getting to the end of it.
So what are some of the people saying about academics? How do they feel about the situation?
Well, they feel they don't understand how academics should be held responsible partially for this. And, you know, a lot of them are young, Sean. They don't get it. They're kids. And that's the thing about it is that tomorrow they're going to go right back to DJ Academics page. They're going to go right back there and act like none of this ever happened. The same people who are outraged and talking about rest in peace and putting up their hands and doing all this stuff. Tomorrow they're going to be right back promoting DJ Academics. And 6ix9ine. And 6ix9ine.
Yeah.
It's sad, man. It is so sad. It's unbelievable. It is so sad.
Can they hear me, Kev?
Yeah, they can hear you.
Listen, I want to send a message out to the young generation that you're talking to. The reason why y'all don't care, the reason why y'all buck wild, the reason why y'all act ignorant is because y'all mommy and daddy don't put no belt. They don't put no fire to y'all butts. That's why y'all be acting ignorant. You let your mom catch you with that extension cord and that whip, I'll straighten you right up. For this generation, they want to call the cops. My mom and dad hit me. That's child abuse. Child abuse is when she's punching your throat and you can't breathe.
Well, a lot of people are saying facts, and somebody's like, "Oh man, they'll beat you up." They're like, they need that butt whooping, root style.
Yeah, exactly. But that fire, I was young once, and I was acting up, thought I was big and bad. Once my mom broke out that belt, that extension cord, or anything she can find in the house, and put it up beside my head, and I tell you something, I acted right then. And I tell you something, let me open my mouth and don't say yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am. Now I'll be missing about half my teeth.
Oh
and that's
yeah.
What's going generation down. They have no respect.
Yep. Well, let's be fair too. You are from down south, so yeah, that's a whole different thing. Even though in the Midwest we got it too, but that's that down south. You got no ma'am, yes ma'am, yes sir, no ma'am. You ain't say that, you got toe up.
I wish I would call my mom and my dad by their first name. They knocked the black rate off me if I called them by their first name.
Oh yeah.
You want me to tell you, Kev? I'm gonna tell you when kids start acting ignorant. Because I couldn't believe it. We black. I'm gonna tell you who really incorporated kids being disrespectful, kids being calling the kids by the moms and dads by the first name. when I was young, and you probably remember this, and especially in the last month, I know you know about this, and it makes all the sense in the world. I'm sitting there watching TV, and I flip to this TV show, and I see these white kids talking to the mom any kind of way. I see them calling by their first name. I said, what's the name of this show? I've never seen nothing like this. I hit the TV guide, and it says Roseanne. I said, oh, God, who is this Roseanne lady? And how are her kids allowed to talk to her this way? I was blown away.
Roseanne.
She ushered in the whole generation of being disrespectful to parents.
No, she just ushered in what was happening in white households. In the low, not the successful white households, the trailer park area white households that's out here in the suburbs. That I've seen 1,000 Roseannes out here. That happens every day out here. They're afraid to hit their kids. They're afraid to spank their kids. I don't believe in that. A kid will be knocked across the room. I can imagine Tanya trying to spare the rod. I'd be like, Tanya better tow them up.
Yep. I tell you what, and let me threaten my parents that I'm going to run away from home. Can I tell you something? They have my bags packed at the front door and they kick my butt.
I'm going to run away.
And they'll be standing out there with your bags packed and clothes all over the ground. You thinking to yourself, where am I going to go?
Yep. I remember I tried to run away, Sean.
And what happened? It didn't turn out to you, did it?
I got hungry.
Exactly.
I got mad at my mom, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to run away. That's going to fix them. So I packed up a bag, just had a book bag full of clothes, put it in a bag, and I just started walking. Like, I'm running away. And then I'm like, man, I'm hungry. I was hungry within about an hour. I was like, man, I'm going home. I'm going back home before my mama get home.
Yep. And look, Tim, you remember growing up? We're going to educate this generation Z that's out here now. You remember growing up with everybody in the community? Man, I can go a mile away from the house and be anywhere. My mom knew exactly how to find me and where to get me and where I was at. And we ain't had no cell phone either. Either she yells your name out the front door or she calls one or two parents to see is my child down there. Like, yeah, he's right here. Send his butt on home. It's getting dark outside. It's time to eat.
Oh, yeah, you know that.
Now you can't do that because you don't know if there's pedophiles, they riding by scooping you up, all kind of crazy stuff. Now you go down the street half a mile, you get shot half a mile from your house now.
You can. The problem is people are now paranoid. That's the problem. They put so much fear in you. I'm like, when I was 10 years old, I used to catch the bus by myself at 10. Yep. Now, a kid 10 years old, these kids, like my sister, she had never even taken a bus or a train by herself.
Wow.
And I'm like, you kidding? She ain't been nothing but in a car. This is like her first time getting on the bus when she came up this way and learning how to navigate. These kids nowadays, they have no idea what it was like. We was out doing stuff at 10, but when the porch light come on, you got to be back in the house. When the street light come on, it's time to go home. Party's over.
Yep. And Ken, you remember, man, we were learning how to drive around 14 years old. 16, we were starting to learn at 14.
Right. Everyone knows the same threats that were out there now is the same here. Now they're like, pedophiles are everywhere. You know, it's like crazy. They try to push fear into you all the time to have you scared all the time. They're like, we want to keep you in fear of everything. We got this alert that tells you people who have been arrested for pedophiles. And it's like, oh my gosh, it's everywhere. They got the dots put up everywhere. And you like, oh my God, moms are natural protectors. So their instincts to find this stuff out and investigate. Look how many in this community. My kid's in danger. And they whatever they said, my mom is definitely that. She reads some on the news or it come on TV, she is that. And that's all the news do is feed you fear. They just keep dumping fear on you. Here's some fear. And then like this thing with the clowns. Remember the clowns is all walking. People, they got these clowns. They're walking by the house. The clowns. What are they gonna do? They're gonna hurt some kids. All they were doing was promoting something. I told you, I was like, they're promoting something. They're using this. And what happened? The It movie come out with the clowns, and now it takes off. And I'm like, but all this stuff, the people were walking around dressed as clowns, and they were, oh my God, they're gonna kidnap somebody. Some clown tried to grab us. All these were fake stories that was used to implant so that they could promote something else. It's just terrible. But they want to keep pushing that fear. Keep pushing it. Yep. So I think today might be the day I go see Expendables 2.
All right, you finally gonna go see it?
Yep, I think I'm gonna break down and finally go see the movie.
All right. Man, Kev, after what happened to you the other day, you needed to get a release.
Oh yeah.
Did you give people a good story? Did you put it out yet? What happened?
Absolutely.
Man, I bet they were cracking up.
I hope so.
For all y'all, are we still alive, Kev?
Yep.
For all y'all out there, if by chance you happen to run across person, out there on the streets at the movies or wherever you at, just remember, the man's a human being like everybody else. You ain't got to treat him like a superstar. Matter of fact, you probably prefer if you don't talk to him. So just leave him alone.
Now they're gonna be like, oh, Carcino think he's too good for everybody now, huh?
That's right. He's too good for all
Oh, now he's too big.
Yeah, that's right. He's too big. Y'all got to get y'all weight up.
Oh
before you talk
gosh.
to him. And look, I'll give you a piece of advice. If you happen to run across him at the movie theater, do not sit next to him. Don't try to talk to him while he's in the movie, because he will get up and leave, won't you, Kev?
Yes.
You don't want no distractions while you're in the movie.
No, nothing like that. No. Sean, one thing aggravated me in the movie theater that I just couldn't, my head was about to explode. This one person came into the movie theater, Sean, and it's a complete empty theater. I'm like, yes, it's an empty theater. I did this just right. I sit down in the chair, empty movie theater. I'm sitting down, and all of a sudden, a guy and his girl come in the movie theater, and they're walking, and I'm like, where are they going? I'm concerned, and they say, oh, here's a good seat right behind me. I said, every seat is available in this movie theater, and you want to come sit right by me. That is just that aggravate. If I walk in a movie theater and I see a couple and they the only couple there, I ain't trying to sit by them. I'm gonna go sit somewhere else. Why you want to sit by me?
Right. And then they talked during the movie when it was going on.
Oh, of course they did.
And did you eventually get up and move, or you like, it's not even worth it?
No, I did. I got up, went into the concessions, and came right back and did not sit nowhere near them.
Yeah.
She's like, I think he moved because of us. I'm like, you think?
Oh, man.